You could have bought one of these trucks for $500 in 1985. Now it's worth more than your house. That same rusty pickup sitting in your neighbor's backyard might just be worth a fortune. Today we're revealing 15 classic pickup trucks that went from everyday workhorses to gold mines on wheels. Some of these trucks are selling for six figures, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which ones to look for and why they're worth so much. Trust me, number 3 will blow your mind. Let's dive into these hidden gems that nobody saw coming. Number 15. 1989 Toyota SR5 Pickup. Starting at number 15, we have a 1989 Toyota SR5 Pickup, and this little truck has become a collector's dream. You know how some movies make cars famous? Well, this Toyota became a collector's item thanks to its reliability, rugged durability, and cult following spurred by its appearance in movies like Back to the Future. What makes this truck special isn't just the movie connection. It's built with Toyota's legendary reliability. These trucks came with engines that just wouldn't quit. People were driving them for 300,000, for 100,000, even 500,000 miles without major repairs. The SR5 package added features that made it stand out from regular work trucks. You got better interior, upgraded wheels, and styling that looked tough but refined. Today, a clean 1989 SR5 can easily sell for $15,000 to $25,000. That's crazy when you think these trucks originally sold for around $12,000 new. The problem is finding one that hasn't been beaten to death. Most of these trucks were used as daily drivers and work trucks for decades. The ones that survived in good condition are now treasure. Number 14. 1978 to 1979 Dodge Lil Red Express. Number 14 takes us back to the late 70s with the Dodge Lil Red Express. This ranks as one of the most beautiful classic pickups that ever plied motorways. Although it had a limited run, spanning just 2 years, 1978 and 1979, it made history as its curation was premised on an environmental regulation workaround. Here's the crazy story behind this truck. In 1978, emissions regulations were killing muscle cars. But Dodge found a loophole. Trucks didn't have to follow the same rules as cars. So they built the Lil Red Express with a 360 V8 engine that made serious power. This wasn't just any truck. It came with chrome exhaust stacks behind the cab, wood grain side panels, and performance that could embarrass sports cars. Motor Trend tested one and found it was the fastest American vehicle in 1978. Faster than Corvettes, faster than anything. Only about 38,000 were made across both years, making them rare from day one. Today, good examples are selling for $40,000 to $60,000. The best ones with low miles can hit $80,000 or more. Number 13. Studebaker Coupe Express, 1937 to 1939. At number 13, we have something really special, the Studebaker Coupe Express. This stunning pickup was produced from 1937 to 1939. This was a unique car pickup hybrid design that was way ahead of its time. Studebaker was always doing things differently, and the Coupe Express proved it. This truck looked like a car from the front and a pickup from the back. It had style that other truck makers couldn't match. The build quality was incredible. All steel construction when other trucks were still using wood. The L-head 6-cylinder engine was smooth and reliable. Everything about this truck screamed quality. Because Studebaker went out of business, these trucks became instant classics. They represent a brand that tried to innovate but couldn't compete with the big three. Today, restored examples are selling for $30,000 to $50,000. The best ones can hit $70,000. Finding one is the real challenge. Most were used as work trucks and didn't survive. The ones that did are treasured by collectors who appreciate Studebaker's unique approach to truck design. Number 12. 1941 to 1947 Chevrolet A-Series. Number 12 brings us to the Chevy A-Series from 1941 to 1947. These trucks represent a turning point in pickup design. Before World War II, trucks were basically commercial vehicles. The A-Series started changing that. Chevy gave these trucks more style than previous generations. The grille was more refined, the body lines were smoother, and the interior was actually comfortable. This was the beginning of trucks becoming lifestyle vehicles instead of just work tools. The war years make these trucks historically significant. Production was limited during the war, as factories built military equipment instead of civilian vehicles. That makes 1942 to 1945 models especially rare. These trucks came with proven inline six-cylinder engines that could run forever with basic maintenance. The suspension was simple but effective. Everything was built to last, which is why so many survived. Today, restored AK series trucks are selling for $25,000 to $40,000. The rare wartime models can bring even more. What makes them special is that they're still usable. You can drive one every day, and it'll keep working. Number 11. 1967 to 1972 Ford F-100 6th generation. At number 11, we have the 6th generation Ford F-100, and this truck changed everything. Ford spent millions developing this generation, and it shows. These trucks were more refined, more comfortable, and better looking than anything that came before. The styling was perfect. Clean lines, proportioned just right, with details that made the truck look expensive. The interior was a huge step up from earlier trucks. Ford actually cared about making the driver comfortable. Under the hood, you could get everything from a basic six-cylinder to big V8 engines. The optional 390 V8 turned these trucks into serious performers. But even the base engines were reliable and long-lasting. What makes these trucks valuable today is their combination of classic looks and modern usability. They're old enough to be classics, but new enough to drive regularly. Clean examples are selling for $20,000 to $35,000. The high-performance versions with big engines can bring $40,000 or more. The problem is rust. These trucks came from an era when Ford didn't know much about corrosion protection. Many rotted away decades ago. The survivors are worth serious money. Number 10. 1955 to 1959 Chevrolet Task Force. Number 10 takes us to the Chevy Task Force series, and these trucks are pure automotive art. When Chevy redesigned their trucks in 1955, they created something that still looks incredible today. The Task Force trucks had style that no truck had ever had before. The wraparound windshield, the curved body lines, the integrated fenders, everything flowed together perfectly. These trucks looked modern when they were new, and they still look good today. But it wasn't just about looks. Chevy improved everything. The cab was bigger and more comfortable. The suspension was better. The engines were more powerful and reliable. These trucks set the standard for what pickups could be. The most valuable are the 1955 and 1956 models, especially the ones with the 265 V8 engine. This was Chevy's new small block, and it would go on to power millions of vehicles. Having it in a truck was special. Today, restored Task Force trucks are serious money. Good examples start at $30,000 and go up from there. The best ones, especially first edition cameo models with two-tone paint, can sell for $60,000 to $80,000. Number 9. 1953 to 1956 Ford F-100 first generation. At number 9, we have the first generation Ford F-100, and this truck started a revolution. Ford truck people went back to the drawing board 5 years after the F1's debut, this time shelling out a reported $30 million on what arguably represented Detroit's earliest application of an ergonomic study. Ford spent serious money studying how people actually use trucks. They redesigned the cab to be wider and more comfortable. The controls were better positioned. The visibility was improved. Everything was thought out. The F-100 name was new, replacing the old F-1 designation. Ford wanted to emphasize that this was a completely new truck, not just an update. The styling was cleaner and more modern than the previous generation. These trucks came with Ford's proven flathead V8 or inline six engines. Both were reliable and powerful enough for serious work. The suspension was upgraded to handle heavy loads while still riding reasonably well. What makes these trucks valuable is their historical significance. They started the F-Series legacy that continues today. Based on current listings, you may find some that cost as low as $10,995 and max out around $53,500 depending on condition and rarity. The most valuable are the 1953 models, being the first year of production. Clean examples are bringing $25,000 to $45,000. The best ones with rare options can hit $60,000. Number 8. 1960 to 1966 Chevrolet C/K Series. Number 8 brings us to the Chevy C/K Series, and these trucks marked another major evolution. Chevy learned from the success of their Task Force trucks and made them even better. The C/K designation was simple: C for two-wheel drive, K for four-wheel drive. This was the beginning of 4WD becoming popular in civilian trucks. Before this, four-wheel drive was mostly for military and commercial use. These trucks had improved styling that looked tough but refined. The cab was bigger and more comfortable than previous generations. The bed was better designed for actual work. Everything about these trucks was more professional. Engine options ranged from economical 6-cylinders to powerful V8s. The small block 283 and 327 engines were particularly good, offering excellent performance and reliability. These engines would run for hundreds of thousands of miles with basic care. Today, these trucks are highly sought after by collectors and hot rodders. They're old enough to be classics, but modern enough to modify with current technology. Clean examples sell for $20,000 to $40,000. The rare K-Series 4WD models bring even more. Number 7. 1947 to 1953 Chevrolet Advanced Design. At number 7, we have the Chevy Advanced Design series, and these trucks represent a major breakthrough in pickup design. After World War II, Chevy knew they needed something completely new. The Advanced Design trucks were the first to really look like modern pickups. The cab was integrated with the body instead of looking like it was just bolted on. The styling was smooth and professional. These trucks could work all week and look good at church on Sunday. Chevy improved everything about these trucks. The cab was wider and taller. The doors were bigger, making it easier to get in and out. The windshield was larger for better visibility. The seat was actually comfortable. Under the hood, you got Chevy's proven 216 cubic inch inline-six or the optional 235. Both engines were known for reliability and longevity. These weren't the most powerful engines available, but they would run forever. What makes these trucks special today is their combination of classic looks and surprising practicality. They're simple enough to work on yourself, but reliable enough to drive regularly. Good examples are selling for $18,000 to $35,000. The most valuable are the early 1947 to 1948 models and the final 1953s. Anything with the rare factory V8 option is worth serious money. Number 6. 1961 to 1971 International Scout. Number 6 takes us to the International Scout, and this vehicle was way ahead of its time. While other companies were building trucks, International created something that was part truck, part SUV, and pure adventure. The Scout was designed for people who needed to go places other vehicles couldn't. It had serious four-wheel drive capability, high ground clearance, and enough cargo space for gear. This was the truck for hunters, ranchers, and anyone who lived off the beaten path. International didn't just build utility vehicles, they built them right. The Scout had a strong frame, reliable engines, and simple mechanical systems that could be repaired anywhere. These trucks were built to work in conditions that would stop other vehicles. The styling was distinctive and purposeful. Every line had a reason. The high belt line gave it a tough appearance. The removable top made it versatile. The short wheelbase made it incredibly capable off-road. Today, Scouts are incredibly valuable because they're recognized as pioneers of the SUV movement. Clean examples are selling for $25,000 to $45,000. The rare early models with the original engine can bring $60,000 or more. But here's the thing about Scouts: they were used hard. Finding one that hasn't been beaten to death is extremely difficult. The survivors are treasured by collectors who understand their historical importance. Number 5. 1973 to 1987 Chevrolet C/K square body. At number 5, we have the Chevy square body trucks, and these have become the holy grail for truck enthusiasts. The name says it all. These trucks had clean, square styling that looks incredible even today. Chevy nailed the design with these trucks. The proportions were perfect. The lines were clean and purposeful. The stance was just right. These trucks looked tough without trying too hard. They had a presence that newer trucks struggled to match. But it wasn't just about looks. These trucks were incredibly capable. They came with a range of engines from economical sixes to powerful big blocks. The suspension was designed to handle heavy loads while still riding well. The interior was comfortable and functional. What makes square body trucks special is their versatility. They work great as stock trucks, but they also make incredible hot rods. The engine bay can fit almost any engine you want. The suspension is easy to modify. These trucks are like blank canvases for builders. The collector market has gone crazy for these trucks. Clean, original examples are selling for $20,000 to $40,000. The best ones, especially short bed models with big engines, can bring $50,000 to $70,000. The problem is finding good ones. Most were used as work trucks and show their age. The ones that survived in good condition are like finding buried treasure. Number 4. 1948 to 1952 Ford F1. Number 4 brings us to the Ford F1, and this truck changed the industry forever. Ford completely redesigned their trucks after the war, creating something that looked and worked better than anything before. The F1 was Ford's first truck designed specifically for civilian use after World War II. The company used lessons learned from building military vehicles to create a truck that was tougher and more reliable than previous generations. The styling was revolutionary. Instead of looking like a car with a bed attached, the F1 looked like a purpose-built truck. The proportions were right. The details were thoughtful. Everything about the design made sense. Ford offered these trucks with their proven flathead V8 or inline-six engines. Both were reliable and provided good performance for the era. The transmission and differential were heavy-duty units designed to last. Today, F1 trucks are extremely valuable because they represent Ford's serious entry into the civilian truck market. They're the foundation of the F-Series that continues today. Clean examples are selling for $25,000 to $45,000. The most valuable are the 1948 first-year models and trucks with rare options like the flathead V8. Perfect examples can bring $60,000 or more. Number 3. 1969 to 1971 Chevrolet Blazer K5. At number 3, we have the original Chevy K5 Blazer, and this is where things get really expensive. Chevy created the K5 to compete with the Ford Bronco, but they ended up creating something even better. The K5 was based on Chevy's proven C/K truck platform, which meant it was tougher and more capable than the competition. It had a full frame, serious four-wheel drive, and enough ground clearance to go anywhere. But the K5 wasn't just about capability, it had style. The proportions were perfect. The stance was aggressive. The removable top made it incredibly versatile. You could use it as a truck during the week and take the family on adventures on weekends. Under the hood, the K5 came with Chevy's excellent small-block V8 engines. The 350 was the most popular, offering good power and excellent reliability. These engines would run for hundreds of thousands of miles with basic maintenance. What makes early K5 Blazers so valuable is their combination of capability, style, and rarity. Clean, original examples are now selling for $40,000 to $70,000. The best ones, especially 1969 first-year models, can bring over $100,000. The problem is finding original ones. Most K5s were heavily modified or used hard off-road. The few that survived in stock condition are incredibly valuable. Number 2. 1966 to 1977 Ford Bronco. Number 2 takes us to the original Ford Bronco, and this vehicle has become one of the most expensive classic trucks in the world. Ford created the Bronco to compete in the growing sport utility market, and they knocked it out of the park. The original Bronco was designed to be the ultimate go-anywhere vehicle. It had a short wheelbase for incredible off-road capability. The body was designed to be functional and durable. Every detail was thought out for serious use. Ford offered the Bronco with several engine options, but the 289 V8 was the sweet spot. It provided excellent power and reliability while still being economical enough for daily use. The transmission and transfer case were heavy-duty units designed for abuse. What made the Bronco special was its combination of capability and style. It looked tough and purposeful, but it was also refined enough for suburban use. This was the truck that started the SUV revolution. Today, original Broncos are selling for absolutely crazy money. Clean examples start at $50,000 and go up from there. The best ones, especially early 1966 to 1967 models, are selling for $80,000 to $120,000. Perfect examples with rare options can bring even more. The problem is that everyone wants one now. Demand has driven prices through the roof, and finding a good original Bronco is extremely difficult. Number 1. 1957 to 1959 Chevrolet Apache. And here we are at number 1. The 1957 to 1959 Chevrolet Apache, the most valuable classic pickup truck in the world. These trucks represent the absolute peak of 1950s truck design and engineering. The Apache was Chevy's premium truck line, and it showed. The styling was incredible, clean lines, perfect proportions, and details that made these trucks look expensive. The wraparound windshield and integrated bumpers gave them a sophisticated appearance that other trucks couldn't match. But the Apache wasn't just about looks. Chevy loaded these trucks with their best technology. The optional 283 small block V8 was a revolutionary engine that provided excellent power and reliability. The suspension was designed to handle heavy loads while still riding well. The interior was a huge step up from previous trucks. Real upholstery, improved controls, and attention to detail that made these trucks comfortable for long drives. Chevy was positioning trucks as lifestyle vehicles, not just work tools. What makes the Apache incredibly valuable today is its combination of historical significance, beautiful design, and incredible rarity. These trucks were expensive when new, so fewer were sold. Many were used hard and didn't survive. Today, perfect Apache trucks are selling for $60,000 to $100,000. The absolute best examples, especially the rare cameo models with two-tone paint and deluxe interiors, are bringing $120,000 to $150,000. But here's the challenge that makes these trucks even more valuable. Finding an original one is nearly impossible. Most have been restored, modified, or lost to time. The few perfect originals that exist are worth more than most people's houses. The Apache represents the golden age of truck design, when manufacturers were pushing boundaries and creating vehicles that were both functional and beautiful. That's why collectors are willing to pay incredible amounts to own these trucks. So there you have it, 15 classic pickup trucks that went from everyday work vehicles to six-figure investments. The crazy part is that many of these trucks were sitting in junkyards just 20 years ago, selling for a few $100s. The lesson here is simple: classic trucks are serious investments now. The ones that survived in good condition are worth incredible money, and prices keep going up. If you see one of these trucks for sale at a reasonable price, don't wait. They're not making any more of them. The next video showing the biggest classic car investment mistakes that cost people thousands is up next.